For all those that doubt the fact that there is a group of elites that live on this earthly mortal coil with the rest of us, I guess you could say they're stuck here with us. For those that don't seem to understand that these people are working tirelessly, and they're also working with other dimensionally capable beings, and what they're working on is how to turn metal into a form, much like God shaped our bodies. They're literally working on making exact working, walking, breathing, thinking replicas of the human body. It's all around us. You can see it at all times. My friend Nicholson, 1968, has been ahead of this curve for years. He was talking about this back when no one ever heard of it. But since he started talking about it, and since some of us have picked up the slack and started talking about it as well, it's made its way out. A lot of us grew up watching movies like The Terminator, Terminator 2, where there was robots walking around that were indistinguishable from humans. Well, it appears the time has come, and they're coming out in droves. Take a look at this article right here. Their time frame has moved. Every single year, their time frame moves back, back, back. They're coming out. It's happening. This is the Baylor College of Medicine. And there's an article right here that was published called Of Man and Machine, the Evolution of Transhumanism. This is a medical paper. This was once relegated to YouTube, into backroom discussions where no one believed this stuff was a reality. We've gone from science fiction movies for pure entertainment to a reality. Now, some people would say this is a good reality. This will allow us to live longer. This will allow us to live free of cancer and other diseases that plague mankind. But it's quite the contrary. The diseases and everything that plague mankind are basically from mankind. These people are entirely in charge of our food. 10 companies now have a stranglehold, a monopoly on the food. 6 companies have a stranglehold or a monopoly on the information that we receive. A company called Monsanto has gone house to house, farm to farm, and taken down every single small farm that they possibly can, and they've tied the rest of them up with literal patents and copyrights on the seeds that people need to farm with. They are placing chemicals, byproducts, and every other thing they could possibly find in the food that we eat. Food is now metallic and magnetic. Food is loaded with fluoride. Food is loaded with carcinogens that cause cancer. The reason man doesn't live to a long age anymore is because God's relegated us to living 125 years. And in this day and age, you can't even live that long. If you do, you end up with Alzheimer's. And that's another byproduct of fast food and large corporations. The amount of aluminum in the water, in the food, and in the air we breathe is staggering. And it's directly tied to Alzheimer's. There's no more passing down information generation to generation like in the old days. The oral tradition is gone. Ever since man walked this earth, there has been oral tradition. Traditions, rituals, rites were always passed down from the elders to the young people. And it's no surprise that in this day and age, right now, where we're living right this moment, elderly people are, for the most part, incapable of passing information down due to the fact that the toxicity in their blood is so high that everyone's now has no memory or attention deficit disorder. These are all man-made creations. So when you hear that they're going to make bodies that will live forever, that isn't for us. Not whatsoever. We're actually in the way. And that's why they've bought up and put a stranglehold on everything, so that they can upload their consciousness into these robotic bodies and live forever, and thereby, in their minds, bypassing God's judgment. What was once conspiracy theory is now college papers, medical papers. It's right here in black and white. They're openly talking about transhumanism and uploading consciousness into robotic beings. Why do you think there's such a push for artificial intelligence in robotics? I tell you all the time, all the smart money, all the big players, Google, Elon Musk, SpaceX, Bill Gates, all these people are dumping all their money into Boston Dynamics, and they've all bought up these companies. And to what end? Simply so they can bypass God's judgment for the absolute horrors they've wrought on mankind. Transhumanism isn't a way. Transhumanism is what we were warned about. Men will seek death, and death will flee from them. I'll leave links in the description. Richie from Boston. I'm out.